Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday service for February 16th, 2025. My name is Reverend Kim, and I am going to be doing service today. So if you just want to get comfortable in your seats, and we will start. And for those of you who ask, a lot of times we have people when we do our little mini lives when we're doing service, a lot of people will say, oh, well, I would like it if you had a physical location. Well, we do have a physical location. So this is actually a very abbreviated version of what we would do in what we do in our physical location. So if you want to enjoy and you do want to come down to St. Bridget's Spiritualist Church, please do. We absolutely love having people come in who are new, and I assure you that you will meet some very loving, welcoming individuals there. We have a beautiful community. So I'm going to just start with our opening prayer. I call upon the light of the source to stream into the world, to open the minds and hearts of all. Let the light descend. Allow the plan of light and love to unfold. I will do thy will for the highest good of all. From spirit, through spirit, to spirit. I call upon my guides, guardians, and loved ones from the highest realms to support me in this time of learning and growth. Amen. Good morning, Carol Ann. And I just actually want to say before I continue, we had an absolutely lovely tea yesterday. We had our Valentine's tea. And as always, it runs smoothly because of our amazing volunteers that we have. We have some amazing people who come and do their readings for us. We have these amazing, beautiful people who come and work and take the payment and get you all out to your seats and keep you welcome. And so to all of those volunteers, I just want to say thank you so very much for coming and spending your time at St. Bridget's and making it a very special day. No one that comes to St. Bridget's, we all volunteer. So, as reverends, we don't take any money. We just do this from our love of spiritualism and of our church and our community. So I'm going to go with the 7 principles. As spiritualists, we've adopted the following principles: a divine source recognized as God, the unity of all life, communication, guidance, and healing from the spirit world, the continuous existence of the Spirit, personal responsibility for every thought, word, and action, reward and consequence for all deeds according to God's natural laws, and eternal progress is open to every spirit, and freedom of interpretation of the 7 principles is acknowledged. Now, when I say that we do this all as volunteers, I also want to mention, should you have the ability to give a free will offering, we do have our link that you can send an e-transfer to St. Bridget's, or I believe if you go to our Facebook page, you can send it by PayPal. And if you come down to St. Bridget's and you want to give a free will donation to our church, you can do that in cash or however works for you. So again, we're all volunteers here, and that's how we keep this church running, is by these amazing people who help us, and who to the very generous people who make donations to St. Bridget's so that we can keep the rent. All right, so I'm just going to do now the healing portion. So I'm moving to the healing prayer. We ask this great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from our mind and body and to restore us to perfect health. We ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and we will do our part. We ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. We put our trust in the love and the power of God. Amen. Okay, so now if you just want to get comfortable in your seat, And I'm going to lead you through a little bit of a healing, a grounding, and then a bit of a healing meditation. So if you just want to get comfortable in your seat. Now, I just want you to close your eyes if that's comfortable. And take a deep breath in. And when you breathe in, I want you to breathe in love, breathe in life, breathe in positivity, breathe in all those things that make you happy, shine. And then when you breathe out, let's breathe out any negativity, any resentments, any of those things that don't serve you, those words that may have been caught inside you that are from someone else who does not represent who you are. I just want you to release that and breathe all those things out. And again, I just want you to breathe in, again, breathing in just the love, life, happiness, positivity, sunshine. And then breathe out, again, any resentments, any negativity, anything that does not serve you today. All right, I just want you to take another deep breath in. And breathe out. And let's just release your shoulders a bit. And soften that little part, I call it my 11s. Soften that little part but in your eyebrows. Now, there's a beautiful light. And this beautiful light is warm, full of love. It's above your head. Now, this beautiful light will enter the top of your head like a beautiful flower to the sun. This light will now go down behind your eyes, down the back of your neck, your throat, into your shoulders, to your arms, all the way down into your hands and into your fingertips. Now this beautiful light will enter your torso and it will swirl around, filling you full of love, light, happiness. And while it's doing that, it's squeezing out any darkness, negativity, any resentments. Let's release those resentments. Let's fill that up with this beautiful light. And this beautiful love and light will just give a little extra hug to any of those organs that may require it today. Now this beautiful light will enter into your hips, to your legs, all the way down your calves, into your toes, all into your foot, into your feet. Now this beautiful light is going to enter the earth and it's going to go down through the dirt, through those rocks, the tree roots, all the way down until it finds a beautiful boulder. Once you find this beautiful boulder, this light will wrap itself around, making an ever-secure anchor. Now, once this anchor is secure, this beautiful light will now enter back up, twisting and turning, ever securing, all the way back up through the tree roots, the rocks, and the dirt, all the way back up into the bottom of your feet. You are now filled with the light. You are surrounded by the light. And you are the light. Right, so first I want to have you ask Spirit for a spiritual healing first for yourself. Now, let's ask for anything else that you may require today, whether that is mental healing, physical, emotional, anything that you feel that you need healing. Now let's send out this beautiful healing, spiritual healing out to our loved ones. So we'll send it out to our families and our friends, out to our neighbors, our communities, across our beautiful province. All over our beautiful country. And then out to everyone in the world who's open to a spiritual healing today. Now, let's ask Spirit for a special healing for those who are feeling that they have nothing, there's no future for them, or they feel like they're stuck. And to those who are missing loved ones, whether they have transitioned into spirit, or if they have if they're experiencing separation from family or friends for whatever reason. Right? Let's send out healing to those who may be abused, including the beautiful animals, our friends, those beautiful pets we have that you give us this unconditional love. And let's send healing out to those abusers, or to those who are really needing some contact or some direction so that they can see what they are, what may be a better way to go, or for them to feel love so that they can understand the consequences of their actions. And let's send an extra special love and healing out to those who are in our hearts, each one of you, that you would want to send a healing to today. All right, let's thank Spirit for this beautiful healing today. And I just, again, want to reiterate that we have full services at the church, and we've got some amazing reverends who have their healing portions of this. We do one-on-one healing. So please join us at St. Bridget's if you want to have more healing one-on-one. And we absolutely love seeing you. So let's thank Spirit for that today. Currently, we are in a weekend that I'm kind of have thought that it's probably been very difficult for some people. We had Valentine's Day on Friday, and we have Family Day in Alberta, at least tomorrow. And, you know, these are two things that can be very hard on a lot of people because they don't either feel that they have someone that loves them, or that they have someone to share that love with, or they don't, they're separated from family, or they feel disconnected from their family. So these can be very hard. This can be a very hard weekend, especially when it all falls together at the same time. I do feel that some people are probably finding it quite difficult to maneuver this weekend of events, because, you know, we have to realize not everybody's life is full of in their hearts, or they don't feel that their life is full of love, or that they've got true family, or that maybe, you know, you feel that your family has all crossed over and you're alone and you don't have somebody. We have to really recognize that, you know, these dates aren't for everyone, and don't make everyone feel all lovey and squishy or whatever is going on. So I actually came across, because I thought, you know, this is so very hard, and there are so many people who are having challenges right now. And what I'm reading for today is guidance from Silver Birch, and it's from the Silver Birch Series. I know that it does it probably reversed for you. But what I am going to read today is Love is Undying. And, sorry, I just have to I am at home today, as you know. So I'm just keeping my dogs from barking. Love cannot be measured. Love cannot be weighed. Love cannot be dissected with any scalpel or instrument, but love exists. Love is the greatest power in the universe. Love is the fulfilling of the law. The whole universe exists because of love. It is this love which guides its destiny and the destiny of every living creature throughout the whole of being. This love is the motivating power and is responsible for breaking down barriers between the two worlds of matter and spirit. It enables those who have made the greatest journey of all to retrace their steps and to proclaim that message, old but new, that love conquers death. Give yourself to the power of love, which has led to you and tries to increase your receptivity so that you can become a greater channel. As sure as night follows day, as summer follows spring, as seeds bear its fruit, so the power of the Spirit will unfold itself, and each step on the ladder will bring you nearer to the fulfillment of your own being. Retire when you can for a few moments from the earthly scene with all its hustle and bustle, and allow the inner spirit to manifest so that the tremendous, latent, dynamic power of the divinity within yourselves finds expressions. Have no fear in your heart. Banish it completely. The power that has guided your life for so many years will not desert you. It has sustained you throughout and will fulfill its task as you must fulfill yours. The gifts with which you were endowed will have their part to play. Behind those who love you in your world, in our world, there is a power of the Great Spirit itself. The power is incapable of failing. The universe exists because of divine power that is infinite and limitless. Yet, the overwhelming majority of beings in your world can register only the tiniest fraction of all that power because they do not provide the conditions to allow it to reach them. You have to learn, all of you, how to open your hearts and minds and souls to receive the fullness of the divine benediction which could be yours. To do so, you must learn to cultivate confidence, trust, faith, peace, and tranquility. And I have to tell you personally, trust is one of the biggest things that you need to do when it comes to this, because without trust, nothing happens. You really do need to trust. In that atmosphere, you become recipients of the vast riches that infinity has to offer. That is the law. That is how it works. The power is limited to your capacity to receive and to assimilate. Increase the capacity and you'll receive more. It is as simple as that. As you gradually banish sadness and sorrow, the clouds lift and the sunlight of certitude can reach you in growing measure. It is divine love that makes the universe possible, that guides the universe and those who dwell in it. The reflection of divine love, which members of the human family feel for one another, enables them not only to serve those they love, but others who are in no way tied to them by links of blood relationship. Love inspires them to serve those who are less fortunate than themselves. The love that is the apex of all life, the foundation of all life, the source of all life, filters through human beings, seeking to express itself in a greater measure so that the fullness of time and the whole universe will be encircled with the love of the being who endowed it all. It is easy to love those you love. There is no virtue, no saintliness in that at all. But to those you do not love, that is the attribute of an evolved soul. Of an involved soul. To go to those who hate you, to serve those to whom you are not attracted, that is hard. It is difficult, but the ideal of the difficult must always be in the front of you to strive to achieve, which is hard, for that is true. It's a true measure of service. To be charitable to those who win your sympathy, that is not difficult. To be compassionate to those to whom you are attracted, that is not difficult. But to serve those who are your enemies, that is the hardest. The highest is the most altruistic form, loves because it knows that love is the fulfilling of the divine law. To heal a child with an appealing face, that is easy. But to heal someone who is misshapen and whose very appearance induces repulsion, that is difficult, and that is service. True love never seeks to be measured. It loves because it has no other means to express itself. The Great Spirit, and when we talk about Great Spirit here, this can be God, this can be the divine, this can be whatever sits for you, and what you feel. So when there are terms in here that you maybe don't feel fit with your belief system or what you wish to call, please replace those. The Great Spirit is infinite love and seeks nothing for itself. The higher you go in a scale, the greatest beings that you can reach never demand, never request, never ask. They merely give. I wish that could be said for the people in your world. We are condemned by those who do not understand us, but we require nothing for ourselves. We only desire to serve those whom we can serve. May you all learn to respond to the highest planes of spirit. May you all realize that you are never alone, but always encompassed around and about by a host of those who love you, who seek to guard and guide you and to help inspire you. And you may, as you unfold your own spirit, realize that you are being drawn closer to the greatest spirit of all, becoming more in unison with his laws. Faith, that is faith alone, sometimes fails when the winds of bitter experience blow. But the faith that is born of knowledge provides a foundation which is so strong that no wind of circumstance can disturb it. Blessed are those who believe and have not yet seen. But thrice blessed are they who know and, because they know, place their faith in which is not yet revealed to them, because they know that the laws of the universe are operated by a power which is love and wisdom. We are able to demonstrate that life is continuous because it is life and because it is spiritual. Thus, every individual can be aware while on earth that he is a spiritual being, not a physical one, that he is a spirit with a body, not a body with a spirit. His entry into the world of matter is part of a priceless heritage. He associates the matter because he is spirit, and spirit gives animation and life to all that is material. That spirit is part of the Great Spirit, divine in essence, similar in quality, different only in degree. As you live lives of unselfishness and altruism with the desire to serve, so the Great Spirit that is within you finds fuller expression, and you begin to fulfill the purpose of your being. It is not wrong to have personal love. It would be better to apply it to a wider circle. It is better to have love in action than love in inaction. There is no quality that is incapable of having its highest and lowest forms, its brightness as well as its darkness. And I just want to bring that up. When I was doing readings yesterday, a lot of them were underlying the fact that when you talk about self-love, we're not talking about arrogance. We're not talking about anything that's negative. This is all loving who you are as a person. And when you can love who you are, flaws and all, and know that you are the most perfect you can be, and just to work on that and not to dwell on any negativity, that's when things really start to blossom. So no, this term self-love is not meant to be an arrogant type of concept. So please remember that, and do remember to love yourself. Very often love of a family is selfish. A love of blood ties. Often it is governed by a protective instinct and is remnant of an animal ancestry in the evolutionary stream. But love is capable of its highest aspects when it will strive to love all without thought of self, without reward, without warmth, but because it is self-abnegation, the divine in action. Love desires to serve, to uphold, to comfort. Love is expressed in mercy, compassion, kindliness, goodness. Love is revealed in renunciation and sacrifice. Why do you think your loved ones who have passed your world return to you? For the vast majority, death is a reward, a liberation, a release from a prison. They are entitled to all that our world has to offer them. They have said to old age, infirmity, and many problems that harass the denizens of your world. Yet, despite all the tremendous obstacles that stand in the way of communication between the two states of life, they return of their own free will because they love you. Where their love is, they are. Where their love is, their treasure is also. They desire to serve because they love. It is for this supreme reason that no matter what hostility may be directed against us, no matter how gigantic may seem the forces which oppose us in our world, they will fail. Rejoice at what you have received. Rejoice in what you've been able to share. Rejoice in the knowledge that love is stronger than death, and that whatever stands in the way is overcome by love seeking its own. Let the love that is around you and about you comfort, uphold, and sustain you. It is there in a richness of measure that I cannot convey to you. I try so hard sometimes, but even with my command of your language, I find it too inadequate to express the thoughts which convey the deep of love showered upon you by those who are closer than the beating of your own heart. You have seen love in your world enable many wondrous acts to be performed of altruism, heroism, service, self-abnegation, but you cannot measure the potency of the love that comes from an evolved spiritual being who gathers part of the life force to enable him to place the protective mantle around your shoulders. You cannot receive unless you are ready to receive. This is the way spirit works. It is also simple when you understand it. Qualify and receive. The amount to be received is infinite. What restricts it is your capacity. Always in our world are those who are ready to give you more when you are ready to receive it. They cannot give you what is beyond your capacity. Always look up, never down. The sun's radiance becomes from above, not from below. The sun is but an emblem of an eternal radiance. The spiritual sun can fill you with illumination and vitality. It can stimulate the world within yourself. There is nothing in your world of matter that need cause you to be downcast, as long as you remember you are eternal by nature, and what happens is part of a pilgrimage. You cannot learn spirituality in a book. You cannot be taught spirituality by a teacher. You have to earn it by your own life, by your deeds. Spirituality is the divinity within the individual. It is a power which holds us always in its embrace of infinite love, which seeks to guide us that we truly fill our noble heritage and thus achieve our divine destiny. It is the greatest power in the universe, responsible for all manifestations of being, majestic or minute. It is a power which is conscious of our needs and strives to show us how we can attain them. It is a power which would lead us always into the past, which would make us increasingly aware of who we are, and what we could be. Let us therefore in this knowledge rest content that it will always guide us with benevolence. Let us surrender ourselves to its loving care and know that we are in the hands of the great spirit of love and wisdom. Perfect love casts out fear. Knowledge dispels fear, for fear is born of ignorance. We are there, where there are love, trust, and knowledge, there fear cannot reign. An evolved spirit cannot be afraid at any time because he knows that there's no experience that can come to him in any phase of life that he cannot master, for he is of the Great Spirit. The love that has surrounded you will never fail. It is the infinite love of the Great Spirit shedding its luminous rays through the countless channels, striving to reach and uphold all those that seek to serve. This mighty power will always sustain you. In your time of weakness, it will give you strength, and in your time of sorrow, it will give you comfort. It is a protective band welded around you, unbreakable because it is divine. We have to offer to you is the proof that love is undying. That death is powerless to separate those whom love has joined together, and that death cannot act as a prisoner for a spiritual being once it has escaped the thraldoms of earth. It is not until you come to our world that you understand that the real meaning of love, because love is in essence, is of spirit. Love is the quality that binds souls and minds. Love is an expression of the Great Spirit. Love is the desire to make whatever sacrifices are necessary in order to serve. Love sees no ill, no hurt, no harm. Love desires nothing for itself. Death is a reward. Death is freedom. Death is liberation. Death is the second birth. Death holds the keys of life and opens a prison door to allow the inmate incarcerated for so long to enjoy life as it could not be enjoyed in your world. Death, as you call it, cannot part those whom the willing tie of love has bound. This is only another way of saying that the Great Spirit's laws will always prevail. Love is an expression of the divine law and triumphs over all man's foolishness, ignorance, willfulness, and prejudice. The real love is the union of two souls. The Great Spirit, with infinite wisdom, has ordained that each of the sexes is complementary to each other, and where there is a complete merging there, you have real love. For each supplies what the other lacks, and the duality forms unity. Because it is part of the infinite spirit, it is an infinite number of variations, ranging from the lowest to the highest, from magnetic and physical bodily attraction through the mental to the spiritual, which is the basis. In your world, it is very rare. It is an exception and not the rule for two halves to meet. When they do, they find one another and become whole. This is a natural marriage of the souls. It is an ancient teaching of the affinities, the soul affinities, finding expression. In a process that takes millions and millions of years, you see that the meeting of two halves or affinities is not usual because they have been born at about the same period. When they are, it is part of the divine plan. And beyond your world, these two beings continue in their merging through eons and eons of time, not only shedding all aspects of personality, but as the individuality emerges, so the process of blending continues. Love is stronger than blood. Love is stronger than death. Love is permanent force because love rules the universe. Those whom the Great Spirit has joined in the bond of love cannot be separated in life or what you call death. The grave has no power to curtail love. Love is triumphant because it is part of the Great Spirit, and what belongs integrally to the Great Spirit is indestructible. So, sorry, I know it's long, but I really felt that it was important to read that because so many people feel that someone has passed over and the love is gone, or they don't see someone and that love is gone, but we know that there's still going to be love. And that love is the truest of loves. And so I do hope, and my wish for all of you is to feel that true love and to feel that love for yourself and know that just because you can't see someone doesn't mean that they don't love you, that you're not surrounded by someone, and that you're not alone. And I really want you to know that just because somebody maybe isn't technically what you'd call your family, you're surrounded by the family that you've chosen. And I know that there is someone who loves you and that there is someone you love. So please share that with each other and give to each other that. And in particular, I really, really want you all to give that love to yourself and know that you are worthy of that love. And take that in and have that allow you to do all things that will allow you to embrace that and to share that with others. So thank you so much for listening to me today. I just, so many people think, that your loved one has passed and they're not there, but they're there. I can guarantee you your loved ones are there with you every minute, because that love is there. So, please keep that with your heart. And if you're feeling a little down because of what today is, with the family day and with Valentine's Day, please see it with the love. All right. We have, just quickly before, we do have Bridget's Pantry. And this is, we have gift cards now is what we're using. So if you or someone needs a little bit of a hand up, oh my goodness, it just gets worse. I say this and I've been saying this for a few years now that we've been online and telling everybody about these gift cards that we have and saying how we know things are getting hard, but they just keep getting it seemingly harder. And so we try our best. We have these amazing people who donate these gift cards, the gift cards in $25 denominations for Superstore or Walmart, and we use those so that you can. Those are the places that we find that you can get more, I guess, bang for your buck, or get more for what we can these days. So if you are in a position to donate, we take gift cards in $25 denominations, and it for either Superstore or Walmart. And if you need help, please just reach out to St. Bridget's. Reach out to our either email address. There's phone numbers. Reach out to any of the reverends. Reach out, and if you know someone, we'll do what we can to help you out. So. Thank you so very much for joining me today. When you're also looking at things today, I want you to look. We do have a sound healing with Reverend Jill coming up on March 1st. I believe it's at noon. You do have to sign up. because there's very limited spots. I believe it's set at 18. So when you can sign up by sending an e-transfer for the amount it's on the posters. I don't want to say it right now. I think it's $30. I'm not 100% sure, so please double check before you send an e-transfer, and just put your name and what it's for. All right. So, and that is in person. That will be at St. Bridget's itself. And if you haven't had the opportunity to do a sound healing, I strongly encourage it. So whether it's with Reverend Jill, or you can find stuff on the internet or whatever, it can be absolutely amazing to help raise your vibrations. So with that, I'm going to do the closing prayer. As we depart, we ask for the love and the light to stream forth from our work here tonight. May it heal and support those that are in need. May we return our earthly journey and always endeavor to strive towards our highest good. We wish to thank our guides, guardians, and loved ones that have supported us in our growth. Till next we meet, may your path always be lit by the light. Amen. Oh, thank you, Caroline. So it's noon to 1:30, and it's $30. So if you send an e-transfer, and please make sure you have your names there. And if you're concerned that maybe it's full, I would say, unless you see that we're advertising it as full, we probably have spots open. So I do want you to please try to get your get in there, because it is filling up quite quickly. So thank you so very much. Service next week will be in person, and please share your love with each other. And if you are one of these people who say, "Oh, I saw your little clips, I wish you had something in person," we do. We have it at St. Bridget's. The address is on our Facebook page. It's we're just on the West End, and 104th Avenue and 178th Street. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. I do, as I express, I send my love to you all, and I really do hope that you have the most amazing week, and do a little something extra for yourself today, and remind yourself how absolutely amazing you are. So have a great day, and I will see you soon.